All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Market open. I made it just in time. Market open. Here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. You're watching the Trading Phoenix, where I live trade every day in my actual challenge account. For everyone to see what it's like for someone to go through the process of starting at nothing to becoming funded, profitable, and then go full-time as a trader. I do this live so that you can see the entire process, not just the winning trades, sometimes the bad trades, but everything in between, which is what a lot of people are missing. And they don't understand that there is a lot of in between that goes into trading. So that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm coming on here live every morning, so that everybody can see what it's actually like to go through this process. Full transparency here, no cuts, no edits. Just me, the market, my challenge account, and all of my thoughts while I'm going through the morning New York session here. Looking pretty bullish so far. Looking very bullish so far this morning. We did have some data this morning. We had non-farm payrolls, and we had our unemployment rate. The unemployment rate came down 0.1%. We were expecting 4.1. We got 4 even. And then stand by. Non-farm payrolls came in actually way less than expected. So we were expecting 170K. We got 143K. Same thing with non-farm payrolls. Private, we were expecting 141 and we got 111. Government payrolls slightly lower than previous. Manufacturing payrolls, though, way higher than expected. We were expecting negative 2K. We actually got 3K. So a little bit of a mix this morning with data, but the market seems to be happy with it so far. We got Michigan sentiment coming out at 10. Michigan consumer sentiment coming out at 10 a.m. All right, so I am green so far for this entire week. I've made 4 trades this week. 4 trades, 3 or 4 trades. I can't remember now, but all of them were in the first 3 days this week. All of them were green. I did not trade at all yesterday due to the choppy, volatilityness. It wasn't even volatility; it was just choppiness. No, the market didn't give me any clean entry points according to my strategy, so I didn't take any trades, and super proud of myself for that. I'm really proud of myself so far this week. I'm green the entire week so far. I've not made one negative trade. Knock on wood. And I want to continue that. And the reason for that is because I have been super patient in waiting for my trades. Something that, like I said yesterday, that I know I have to work on, because that is what has blown my accounts in the past every single time. So last weekend when I went through all this, I made a promise to myself that I am going to be strict with my entries from this point forward. I'm not going to trade just to trade. And if there's a day that doesn't give me the entries that I want, I'm not going to trade. And I did that yesterday. And I'll tell you what, it's only been a week of me doing this, but I'm in the green and I have not had a red day yet. All right. So super happy with that. I'm still tweaking the morning updates. Definitely send update. But I think I have finally figured it all out. Hmm. It is not working. Oops. All right, so what we can see here so far is break in structure, 1, 2, 3 candles. We have a nice area of imbalance here. So let's see if we can fill this, and we'll continue looking for longs here. Okay. Focused. Sorry, everyone. I'm focused on trying to get you guys these updates the right way. I set up roles in the Discord so that you guys can go to the self role and assign yourself what notifications you want, if any. So if you want a notification for the NASDAQ update that comes out every morning, you can click that role and assign yourself that role. Otherwise, I'm not going to send out all of these things with notifications because I don't want to overwhelm everybody and whatever. So I'm trying to set it up in a way that you can choose if and what notifications you want. Same thing with the YouTube. If you want notifications on every video that I post, I typically post the live every morning, but then I have like 3 to 5 videos that go out every day also. If you want notifications for that, you can assign yourself a role for that so that I'm not just sending out notifications to everyone with every single video that goes out. I understand that would get quite annoying. I wouldn't want that. So I set up a role for that, and you guys can assign yourself the roles based on what notifications you want. So I'm trying to get that to work for the updates. I'm also trying to get this last piece of the update working, which is the economic events. Everything else seems to be working just fine with the updates. But the economic events keep on coming back with no events, and clearly there were events today. So I'm trying to troubleshoot that and troubleshoot the role mentioned so that you guys get the updates that you want. So if I am a little distracted here, I apologize, but that's I'm trying to get that stuff done for you guys. So every morning at 9 a.m., those updates do go out on the Discord regardless. So they're there. You get the NASDAQ update. There's an update for the S&P. There's one for Bitcoin and one for Ethereum. And then if you guys have any other ideas for anything else that you would like, just, leave them in the Discord or leave them in the comments here on YouTube, whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know and I will work on getting that stuff for you guys. I want to be able to provide as much value as possible, both on YouTube and in my Discord for you guys so that we can, again, learn, grow, and become successful together and help others do the same thing. So I'm waiting here for the market to come back into this area of imbalance. If we get respect here, then we'll take a long position. Pretty nice bullish day so far. Yeah, so that's what we're waiting for. Hopefully we get a nice pullback into the zone here. But I gotta wait for that. I gotta see that first before I make any entries long. Still looking very bullish on the larger time frames. So definitely going to be keeping a long sentiment today, right? And we got the Michigan consumer sentiment coming out in about 7 minutes too. So we might be getting a little consolidation, waiting for that data to come out, and then we'll see what kind of move we get. So that's what's going on right now. And while I'm waiting for this to play out, I'm working on getting that Discord stuff working. Oops, here we go. Oh. Silly me. Well, still got some troubleshooting to go there with that. But I will have that stuff working eventually. Promise you. Yeah, let's get this pullback here. Come on. Bring it on back. Hopefully we get a bounce in here and not just a plow through here. That would suck. Let's pop open the data here. We got about 3 minutes. Okay. So we just disrespected this zone here. Even though it just wicked through, for me, even just a wick through here is a no fly for me. So this area just became invalid. So I cannot make any trades off of this right now. That's based off of my strategy. I found that even if we wick below, we do not have enough to make new highs more times than not. So we'll just continue waiting. This is the importance, too, of waiting for candles to close. So we've wicked out of that zone 3 times now. It doesn't mean that it's not going to go the other way. It just means, for me, that breaks my rules to get into this trade here, right? So I like it to be within the zone and stays within the zone, and that's it. If it breaks that zone in any way, for me, that's a no-go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Michigan consumer sentiment. Oh, what? The forecast was 71.1. We got 3.3. How does that even make sense? I feel like somebody typoed that. That's crazy. Okay. The actual number, it just changed while I was staring at it. 67.8. So expecting 71.1, we got 67.8. That's weird. This is what happens when you hire people that can't do the job right. I mean, that's quite the typo, you know? Good thing they fixed that quickly. Still, though, came in lower than expected. So, we'll just sit and wait and watch now. Market liked the data that came out this morning at 8:30 and does not like the Michigan sentiment data. So let's see. Let's let this calm down. Let's see where the market ends up going. Give it a couple minutes to chill out. I think part of the problem is the inflation expectations went up too. And that's all in my opinion, that's all the fear mongering with the tariffs and all this other stuff that probably created that. But I don't think that we're going to have inflation. There was no inflation the last time Trump was in office, and he did the same thing. So I don't believe anything that these news channels put out. How can you? That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let's see. So that's pretty much it for news today. So hopefully, other than some Fed speech, but hopefully the market calms down a little bit and picks a direction. I don't really care what direction, just pick a direction so that we can get a trade in. Yesterday, like I said, I did not trade at all. Too choppy, did not give me any clean entries, so I didn't take any trades. Proud of myself for that. I didn't force anything like I used to. Definitely some growth there for me. So I'm up on the week so far. I've not made any red trades this week, knock on wood, and I'd like to continue that, even if that means I don't trade today too. Let's see. Let's see. VVIX is spiking up on that also. We're still under 100, so that's good, but it's a pretty decent spike up there. Let's see where it goes. I guess the market really didn't like that news, huh? For those of you that are watching, thanks for joining. I have a link to my free Discord if you guys like to join that in the description below. I'm working on getting some daily updates for everyone. And right now I have NASDAQ updates, S&P 500, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Those updates go out every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time before market open, and they give you market sentiment, support level, resistance level, pre-market movers, and today's economic events, and then notable news. I'm still working on the today's economic events. For some reason, it's not pulling the data. Everything else is working so far, but I'm looking to. I'll be working on that most of the day today to get that working. I'm trying to provide as much value as I can for everyone. I'm trying to build a community, like-minded people, new traders, old traders, successful, not successful, so that we can bounce things off of each other, learn, grow, and become successful together, and then in turn help others do that. So if you guys are interested, link is in the description for the Discord. Those updates go out every morning. I'm also trying to assign roles to them so that you guys can do your self-role thing and pick if you want a notification for each of those or one of those or whatever. That way I'm not sending out notifications for all this stuff to everyone, because that gets quite annoying. I understand. So I'm working on all that stuff too. It's brand new. It just started. There's only a couple people involved so far, but let's let's do it. Let's build a community and grow together and become successful. Hopefully we're getting some support here. Maybe. Yeah. Unfortunately, all we could do is wait here, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Is what it is. This is the part that nobody shows, right? And all the videos and stuff, all the social media stuff that goes out there about trading. The waiting part, the part where you're just sitting here waiting for your entries. This is what nobody shows, and this is why I wanted to come on here and do this live every day, so that people have the real and full story of what it's like. Sometimes you sit here for hours, sometimes you sit here for minutes, and the entries show up. But I feel like it's important for people to understand that the patience part of this is the most important part. That was the part that I was missing, and I feel like a lot of people have a false idea of what day trading is like, and they come into this just expecting that you're just going to bang out a bunch of trades in 30 minutes and be up 20K or whatever, and that's not real life. It could be when you get to that level, but even those traders that are doing that are waiting, right, for their entries. And I think that that's a huge part that's missing in the story, and nobody shows that. So instead of just making videos where I'm cutting out all the good trades, and maybe I'll throw a couple of red trades in there too, I decided to just come on here live every day, and you just watch the process. This is it. Waiting. And it's fine. It makes you a better person, honestly. Control your emotions. Wait for your entry. So it's a kind of interesting setup we have here now. We were pretty bullish pre-market on, especially off of the news. This was the news this morning here at 8:30, and we had a nice push to the upside here. Market open, continued that. So you can definitely call it a bullish day until we just got the 10 o'clock data. And so now, is this just a move to rebalance based off of that data, and we're going to continue up? Or is the market scared now, and now we're going to get a huge rebalance? In other words, did we make a change in direction here? Or was this just an overreaction? I don't know. We left a pretty big imbalance here in this area. But this is also a news candle, so I don't know if that counts. If we make lower lows here, I might consider that we have changed directions for the day based off of that data. And I can start looking for short entries. And there you have it. So this would be your break in structure candle, made new lows. So you can call this your area of imbalance now. So let's see what happens here. We're also coming up to a pretty strong support on the 4-hour chart. So for me, I'm going to be real cautious. Let's see how price reacts in here, and then we'll see what we're going to do. So for me, I like to see generally the entire balance be taken up. Especially seeing how it aligns here with these previous lows. I'd like to see it come up into the majority of this imbalance here and then get a nice bearish candle to close. And then we'll look at taking a short here. But I think I'm gonna take, if I do, I think it's gonna be a small one because I'm concerned about the support that we're sitting on here. This is an okay setup here. I just don't like the support that we're sitting on, and it's just because it's data, you know? Hmm. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't like the setup. It's an okay setup. I just don't like that we're sitting on a support area here. I mean, if I show you guys the 4-hour chart, you see where we're sitting? This is a pretty strong support here. So I don't like it. So I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. Hey, look at that. Don't forget to look left. And there you go. I would have been stopped out if I'd taken that trade there. Granted, I would have been, fraction of the size I normally do, but I just didn't feel right, you know, sitting on that strong support. And we just had this push down, and it was just based off of data, uh, you know. So let's see. This is now invalid anyway. More waiting. More waiting. See what the rest of the market's doing. A lot of red. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Here you go. I mean, not a ton of red, but the big players. Amazon's down. They reported earnings last night. Aftermarket close. Tesla, Google, Nvidia's kind of sitting neutral. So, yeah. Yeah, I read that this morning. Trump Jr., one of his sons, announced that they're going to be doing a Bitcoin ETF. He's been a little active with trying to push Ethereum and Bitcoin. He's got to be careful there. A little market manipulation. Yeah. All right. Go back here. So we get a little support here. It doesn't mean that it can't move past it, but I think for me to really try to get into a short, I'd like to see it make a strong move past that support that we're sitting on. Otherwise, it's too risky. It's not worth it. It's either that, or if we can break structure based off of these previous highs here, maybe we can look into getting long. We did, like I said, leave a huge area of imbalance up here. We might be targeting that. But this is also a news candle, and I'm not really sure how that plays into the strategy. It's also Friday. The market might not be making huge moves today, besides what it already did. This is it. What do you guys trade? What is your choice? So the NASDAQ is the only thing that I trade. I've been staring at the NASDAQ, the Qs, or whatever, for the last 3 years. So I'm pretty comfortable with the movements that the NASDAQ makes. But what do you guys trade? Be nice if we make a recovery here. If we can get a decent entry somewhere down here, we got a pretty good RR here, targeting previous highs, or at least this area here. Volatility index is starting to drop again. Really slow down here. So interesting. We do have a little area of imbalance here as well that we filled pretty much completely. and closed bearish, followed by a bearish candle. But again, we got a support here, strong support. So is it worth it? I say no. But I wonder if we can play the inverse of this. So let me mark this out for you guys just so you can see what I'm looking at here. All right. Very windy. Okay. Nice. So that makes this invalid to go short. But I'm wondering if we can use it to go long. My only problem is I'd really like to see a break above this area here to kind of confirm a reversal. Well, that doesn't work either way. My son's talking up a storm in the other room. He's like 3.5 months old and he loves hearing himself. Loves it. He's funny. He's realizing lately that he could make sounds by inhaling too. So he does that like, I don't know how to describe it, but what happens is then he ends up choking and he scares himself. And it's like, well, you did it. Kids. They're funny. Well, this might be a very slow-moving remainder of the day here. So for me, like I said, I still wouldn't be looking for shorts here. I would have to see a really strong push below this support area to consider looking for a short. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for this possible reversal to play out and confirm itself. And then I'd look for an entry to continue long and be targeting the highs of the day back here. That's my plan. I think I'm going to call it for the live today. just because I don't really have anything else to talk about. And I want to be able to work on this stuff, these updates and whatever. So again, if you guys are interested in joining the community, link for the free Discord is in the description down below. A couple other links down there also, if you guys are wondering who I use for my funded challenge accounts. It's Funder Pro. There's a link for that also in the description. Yeah, so check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Thanks to the subscribers that have subscribed already. My channel has grown way faster than I ever expected it to. So thank you, because you guys are the ones that do that, right? So thank you so much. Much appreciated. I'm here because I want to become successful myself, but then help other people do the same thing, because I've been doing this for seriously for the last year. 2024 was when I decided that I'm going to take this serious, but I've been staring at charts for the last 3 years, and I get that there's a whole lot of junk out there, and false ideas of what this is. So my goal is to bring clarity and be completely transparent, and show people what it's really like. I believe it is the best job in the world. If you can become successful and become full-time at this, and when I say full-time, you're working a couple hours a day. If you're day trading, even less than that, if you're swing trading or whatever you decide to end up doing, best job in the world. You can do this anywhere, anytime, without any limitations, and nobody's over your shoulder telling you what to do, right? Best job in the world, and there's no limit to what you can make. So I love this. I want to make this work for me, and I want to help others make this work for them, because it's freedom. It's freedom from everything. So that's why I'm here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I will see you Monday morning for another week. Have a great weekend, everyone.